What if you woke up tomorrow and truly believed that you already had enough? Enough money, enough success, enough recognition. What would you do differently? Today, I want to flip the script and show you the 9 things you can do to make the journey from FOMO to JOMO, from the fear of missing out to the joy of missing out. Watch till the end of the video because the last point is a surprising paradox that shows us how enough actually brings more. The first thing you should do is recognize the trap of more. We grow up trained to measure our life in numbers, levels, salary, followers, net worth. FOMO, which is the fear of missing out, drives scarcity. You think, if I don't hustle, I'll fall behind. If I don't buy, I'll look poor. If I don't post, I'll be irrelevant. But chasing more is trying to fill a bucket with a hole at the bottom. No matter how much you pour in, it never feels full. A friend of mine once told me that when he was making 30K, he thought 60K would be enough. When he hit 60,000, he thought maybe 100,000 would do it. At 100,000, it became 250,000. The line of enough always moved forward, not closer. That's the treadmill we're all on. You move faster and faster, but the finish line keeps moving. The name for this? Hedonic adaptation. Psychologists say that no matter how much you get, you'll quickly adjust and crave for more. And here's the sad part. Most people spend their whole lives chasing a number that they do not even define. Your happiness will be inversely proportional to how much you chase. The more you chase, the less happy you will be. The second thing you should do is redefine wealth. The opposite of FOMO isn't apathy. It's actually JOMO, which is the joy of missing out. Let me tell you a personal story. I gave up a high-paying job at 39 because I realized that I had enough. I realized that the moments that felt the richest weren't my promotions or milestones. The best moments were Sunday morning tea with my family, a long walk alone, a book I couldn't put down. None of these moments required me to have more. They required me to pause and notice what was already there. And that's when it clicked. I didn't need more to live fully. I just needed to believe that I had enough. When most people think of wealth, they imagine a big bank balance, a luxury car, a giant house. But here's the truth. I've met people who have all of that, and yet they are not free. They can't take a break. They can't say no. Their life is dictated by the very things they think make them rich. Wealth, real wealth, is measured in freedom. Freedom to spend your time the way you want. Freedom to say, I don't need this deal, this promotion, or this validation. The shift is this. Stop asking, how much do I earn? Start asking, how much freedom do I have with what I earn? Ask yourself, if money stopped being my scoreboard, how would I measure my wealth today? Before we look at the next point, please subscribe for more inspiration on financial freedom, true career growth, and happiness. Point number 3, subtract instead of add. We live in a culture of addition. More apps, more gadgets, more subscriptions, more commitments. But here's a counterintuitive truth. The easiest way to feel that you have enough is to subtract, not add. Think about your phone. Is it overloaded with apps that you never use? Or is your wardrobe full of clothes that you never wear? Every extra item is mental clutter. Every yes to something meaningless is a no to something meaningful. Imagine unsubscribing from all the email lists that drain you. Imagine saying no to meetings that don't matter. Imagine decluttering a room until it feels spacious again. That feeling, that lightness is wealth. We chase more thinking that it will add value. But often, value shows up when we take things away. Subtraction reveals space, and in that space, joy grows. Ask yourself, what's the one thing I could subtract from my life this week that would instantly make me feel lighter? Point number 4, enjoy what's free. Scarcity makes us feel that joy has to be purchased. A new gadget, an expensive vacation, a luxury dinner. Some of the richest experiences in life are actually free, or almost free. Think about it. A walk at sunrise, a deep conversation with a close friend, cooking a simple meal and actually enjoying it, listening to your favorite song on repeat. You shift to an enough mindset. you realize that you don't actually need to buy happiness. You just need to notice it. I once spent weeks waiting for a big purchase, thinking that it would make me happy. And yes, when it arrived, I felt happy, maybe for 2 days. But when I look back, the moments that actually filled me with joy, a laugh with my family, a quiet night under the stars, and both cost nothing. Think about it. What one free experience has given you more joy than anything that you ever bought? Point number 5. Invest in experiences over status. When we don't feel like we have enough, we look for external proof. That's why people buy things they can't afford, clothes they don't need, or constantly post to prove that they're doing well. It's not about the thing, it's about validation. When you already feel enough, you no longer need to prove it. And that frees you to invest in things that actually matter. Experiences, relationships, growth. Take 2 scenarios. One person spends thousands to upgrade to the latest smartphone. Another uses the same money to take a trip with their family, creating memories forever. Who invested better? Status fades, validation fades. The experiences become part of who you are. They grow richer over time as you retell the stories and relive the memories. Think about it. Are you chasing purchases to impress others or experiences to enrich yourself? 6th thing that you need to do is rest without guilt. Scarcity mindset tells us if you're not grinding, you're falling behind. It guilts us into thinking that rest is wasted time. But rest is not the opposite of productivity. It's what makes productivity possible. Think about nature. Even the most powerful trees spend half the year resting, storing energy, preparing to bloom again. Why do we believe that we should always be on? When you believe you already have enough, you stop equating worth with constant output. You allow yourself to nap in the afternoon, take a weekend off, to say, I have done enough for today. And here's the paradox. Rested people aren't just happier. They're often more creative, sharper, and more effective. Scarcity burns you out. Enough refuels you. Think about it. When was the last time you truly rested without guilt? What would it take for you to give yourself that permission? Point number 7, shift from achievement to alignment. Scarcity mindset makes us chase achievements like trophies, job titles, awards, milestones, often without asking if they align with who we are. We climb ladders against walls we don't even want to scale. But when you already feel enough, achievement stops being the goal. Alignment does. Alignment means asking, does this path reflect my values? Does this choice move me closer to the life that I actually want? Am I doing this because it matters to me or because I'm afraid of falling behind? For example, someone might grind for a promotion that pays them more but steals their evenings. In scarcity, they'll chase it. In enough, they'll pause and ask, do I even want this life? Maybe they'd rather stay where they are or build something of their own. Here's the shift. Success is not climbing higher. It's walking in the right direction. Think about it. Are you chasing achievements or are you building a life that's aligned with who you are? Point number 8, practice gratitude. Gratitude is the simplest, most powerful way to feel enough instantly. Scarcity focuses on what's missing. Gratitude shifts attention to what is already here. Science backs this up. Studies show that people who practice daily gratitude sleep better, are happier, and even report better health. Why? Because gratitude rewires the brain to notice abundance instead of lack. It doesn't need to be complicated. Every morning, write down 3 things that you're grateful for. Not just big things. Sometimes it's the small things. A warm cup of coffee, a message from a friend, or the fact that you woke up alive today. Think about it. If you had to stop chasing tomorrow, what 3 things would you be most grateful to already have today? Your happiness will be directly proportional to your gratitude. The more gratitude you feel for what you already have, the happier you will be. The 9th point is to understand the paradox of enough. The irony is that people who act like they already have enough often attract more. Why? Because they're calmer, more creative, and often more generous. They're not desperate. And when you're not clinging, life flows. Think of the confident person who doesn't need to impress. People are drawn to them. Abundance attracts abundance. Enough isn't a number, it's a decision. The moment you believe that you already have enough, you step off the treadmill and start living. Hit subscribe, and if you want to understand how I retired at 39, watch this video.